On the pole, the factory stock heat race number 1 here tonight at the smoothest place to race in the state of Louisiana, the Sabine Motor Speedway. On pole, it'll be 79 of Mike Chevalier. Outside is 12-star Bailey Dosser out of West Texas. Inside of 2, it's Walt Adams from East Texas. And the Bullet race car, number 71, Walt's been very strong, second in points here this season. Outside, Kyle Bassett in C11. Cowboy Richard Blanchard, the runner-up of the 10,000 win King of the Hill 2 years ago. Outside, it's Glenn Stewart. Big Sexy in 27L outside of Blanchard. Zach Heflin in 21X and Mike Sallard in 7 set the pace in Heat 1. In the 1 for the first time. Dosser going to get the whole shot. Here comes 71S of Walt Adams. Gets a shot in the shorts down the back straightaway. 45 of Cowboy. He's going to throw the lasso out and look to hook the tail feather of the rest of his competitors up front as they go 1-2 off of turn number 4. Dosser just acquiring this factory stock out of East Texas not long ago. Cowboy Blanchard, who came from 6th to finish second in his heat at the Arclitect Speedway, is going to go 3 wide for the race lead into 3 and 4. As they still continue to go 3 wide off of turn number 4, Dosser still with a race lead by half of a cat's whisker. Cowboy's got the lasso out, and he's roping them to him, and he's pulling them. And the outside line is coming to him now. All momentum working to the advantage of the Cashado racer, Cowboy Blanchard. And the Blanchard Holland Cashado Oil and Tire. Flores Racing Engine Powered Bootlegger Chassis 45. Blanchard off of 4 with the race lead in 45. Blanchard with a valiant effort at the Arclitect Speed. Oh, and contact for second momentarily. Going to fire the scores up a little bit and wake them up here tonight. Down the back straightaway. Into 3. Walt Adams still with the crosshairs dialed to the back deck lid of the 45. Will he fire another bullet in that 71S? He appears that he's got something working to that AMS Race Engine Powered entry built by Paul Jackson out of Jacksonville, Texas. Blanchard with that home-built power as they go side by side for the race lead down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. This may not work all night, standing right behind these young ladies. Off of turn number 4, they're door for the race lead off of 4. On the front boulevard, it's Blanchard, who saw himself run down the 55 of Cody Myers, who had won the previous Saturday night of the Boot Hill Speedway back on May the 27th. Unfortunately suffered a disqualification as Walt Adams goes to the race lead. Adams to the race lead in 71. He is rocking and rolling around what he calls his favorite racetrack, and he has traveled a good distance to come here week in and week out. And I take a lot of pride. Walt called me in the off-season and told me that, Zach, folks listening to you talk about me on Race on Texas. I had a sponsor call me. I said, no, don't lie to me. Well, he really did. He had a guy that just happened to see him race, liked his style, and he found him a good driver with a lot of driving ability as Walt Adams just sidestepped the 45 and put him in his hip pocket of Cowboy Blanchard. Off of 4, we got trouble. 1 down to the infield, no harm, no foul. Your judge jury, next executioner tonight here at Manny. It's Larry Horn with a face full of checkered flag in front of your winner, Walt Adams in 71S. Cowboy Blanchard will snag second, the Cashado racer, followed by third for the West Texan Bailey Dosser. RaceOnTexas.com, heat number 2 for the factory stocks. On the pole from Elysian Fields, he had a runner-up to Justin Whitehead of the Boot Hill Speedway last month, Travis Bowden. Big Sexy Cortland Smith alongside. Marcus Jamerson in the 337, Kerry Eason in the 59, who from Forest Hill. The 59 of Eason won an absolute barn burner up in Vivian, Louisiana at Gene Borders Quarter-Mile Speed Plant Arclitect Speedway 2 months ago. Eason from Forest Hill, all over the rear deck lid of Big Sexy. Into 1 and 2. The future offensive lineman for Louisiana College going to look to get sidestepped down the back straightaway. Nothing doing now. Into 3, Easton putting the heat all over him. Right now, you can throw a blanket over your top 2 competitors. Off of turn number 4 as they're side by side for the race lead. Down the front boulevard, it's all 7S, who grew up here sitting in the grandstands and making his way through the pits and watching his father win many a dirt track Saturday nights. Down the back straightaway off of 2. Forest Hill, Louisiana's Kerry Eason to the race lead in 59. Eason, like I said a moment ago, conquered the Arclitect Speedway in a thriller not long ago, just 2 months ago, as he won it, I say always, by half of a cat's whisker. If a race is close, folks, I'm talking that was half of a cat's whisker that he won over Doug Vick Jr. Probably one of the closest finishes in Arclitect Speedway history by the 59 of Eason, as he'll roll off of 4 in command with a race lead in 59 here at Sabine Motor Speedway, the smoothest place to race in the state of Louisiana. Off of 2 down the back chute. The Elysian Fields Texan driving the bootlegger race car, number 11, putting the heat all over the 7S of Cortland Smith. Smith has been traveling a lot in his young racing career. Like I said, just graduating high school. Going to be a freshman at Louisiana College coming up next year. Is very proud of that young man. as Darty Smith has raised that young man very well. Off of turn number 4. It'll be 2 laps to go this time for Forest Hill, Louisiana's Kerry Eason. Eason, lap traffic going to become a reality for him off the exit of 2 and headed down the back straightaway. But a sizable advantage between he and the 7S of Smith, who run 1-2 right now. Shouldn't have many problems here in the closing lap. So 1/4 mile trip around the speed plant here at Sabine Parish tonight. And heat race number 2 for the factory stocks. And the lap traffic becoming a major reality for the 7S of Smith as they are going to look to sidestep him down the back straightaway. Here comes the Crystal Auto Collision 24, the Bossier City racer Dylan Adams throwing his hat into the ring on the final corner and snaking it away for second is Bowden 11 as a checkers wave. Your winner out of Forest Hill goes to Kerry Eason in 59.
Number 3 for the factory stocks coming off of
Dwayne Nolan on the pole of factory stock heat race number 3 alongside the Beard, Cody Robbins in 7. Alex Williams inside of 2 in the 6. Richard Tubbs in 1T. The Milkman, Nick Morgan, Nicholas Kirby in 2 are outside. Travis Weatherford back in the house as they go 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 off of 2 down the back straightaway. Here in Henry's Motorsports heat race number 3 here at the smoothest place to race in the state of Louisiana. Tubbs putting the heat all over for the race lead. In the 1. Right now it's a single file battle 1 and 2. Tubbs gets a good run off of 2 down the back straight. They're side by side 4th. Main event. How about a shot in the shorts from the Milkman? Will you open the door? He said, "Get off of my front porch." All kinds of mayhem going on. Up front right now at 7 of Robbins. The 1T of Tubbs rides in the 2nd spot. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. Austin Wilkins, oh my. Off the exit of corner number 4. This is what you come to expect here at Sabine Motor Speedway week in and week out. I am excited to be back here at this joint. It's a good race up front between 7 and 1T. As we are still at it, hot and heavy into 1. Track is, one thing when you come down to Sabine Parish to race a dirt car, you're going to most likely run your tacky setup. This place is always bad, fast, and tacky. It can slick off from time to time, but a lot of people love this place and take a lot of pride in it because it is so fun to drive, and you're always up on the wheel getting the most out of what you got. Cody Robbins going to earn this one tonight. I was just telling Steve Cape a moment ago off mic that the 7 of Robbins and the 36J of Justin Whitehead from Hooks, a 6-time Cajun Classic winner, respectively, both started tail in a main event and drove their way all the way from 24th and 25th to 1 and 2, respectively, as Whitehead won both factory stock Twin A features that night. Tough break, heartbreak hotel for 1T of Richard Tubbs, who's going to take a hard right into Elvis Presley Boulevard here in a moment, unless he takes a halt on the front chute instead. But he'll be the bad dog with no biscuit to give this time as the checker's going to come out. Cody Robbins, your winner in 7 from Mansfield. Rolling off of 4. He was a straightaway behind. Alex Williams will snag 2nd and 6. A good run for Alex out of Kilgore, Texas. Number 4 on the pole, it's going to be Tin Dove of Hunter Webb. Alongside, it'll be Doug Landers in 34. Jerry Thompson inside of 2 in the 16. Outside is Josh Warren of the Green Acres Automotive Stonewall Transmission, Hennigan Motorsports Chassis 62X. B7 is Uncle Freddie Blanchard of the Cashado Wheel and Tire, Blanchard Holland. Number B7 ERC chassis. That's one of the cars that David Edwards wheeled to many victories here at this racetrack over the years. Levi Heflin in 7A, and rounding out the field, it's Dakota Wyatt. Used to turn the wrenches and help out the Thriller Cade Dillard on the USMTS Tour. That young man began his racing career just 3 years ago, and he has come a long way in a short period of time. Dakota Wyatt does have a main event win here this season, I do believe. Down the back straightaway, it's about to heat up for the race lead. Through 3. Off the exit of corner number 4. A big push that time for the 16 to Thompson, who it looks like that is Jason Beasley's old bootlegger race car with a right wave machine power underneath the hood. Thompson buying that car as they go 3 wide off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Got to calm down a little bit. Josh Warren taking over the top spot in 62X, the former mini stock champion. Back in the early 2000s, raced that Toyota Celica. And would you believe it? It seems like Scott and Josh can't keep the car for too long without putting it up for sale. He's got a for sale sign on the sale panel of that 62X. Josh Warren's been bad fast. He's won here at Sabine this season. He's won at the Boot Hill Speedway, and he's been in contention at every racetrack he's checked in to do battle. He's looking good tonight. So how about that? 2 Arklatex Speedway regular cars that were for sale over the last month look like they've been bought as Andrew Hartsoe Jr. 7A. That is the opening night factory stock winning car at Vivian, Louisiana back in March. That 7A that is riding right behind the 7 of Freddie Blanchard and that 16 of Jason Beasley's old car being driven by the 16 of Jerry Thompson. So Levi Hamplin buying Andrew Hartsoe Jr. 7A and Thompson acquiring that 16 from Beasley as Dakota Wyatt has meticulously worked his way up into the bridesmaids honors in this one with 2 to go. The center of the hourglass is ran away for him, though. I don't believe he'll have time as tick-tock goes the race clock off of 4. As Dakota Wyatt, I've bragged and talked about this young man a great deal. He came up to Vivian, Louisiana, and had a flawless heat race performance. He beat Justin Whitehead in a heat race in Vivian. That was an accomplishment to be had and to put in your back pocket. As we head back off into 1 and 2. Oh, and the 7A and the 7 makes some contact. It's Uncle Freddie Blanchard. He's in that Blanchard Holland 7A. He's about to haul himself into the front straightaway wall. Final time, checkered flag in the face of the 62X of Josh Warren from Shreveport. Dakota Wyatt from Teld to 2nd. 3rd. Street stock heat race number 1 underway here for RaceOnTexas.com on demand here at Sabine Motor Speedway for the first time ever. Glad to be here. Robert Bennick's own speed plant has been promoted and ran very well here at Sabine by William and Jesse Isgett over the last, I believe, 8 years now. Is up front with the race lead. It's the man of steel, Mickey Steele, in 37 with a race lead. I believe Mickey Steele's in a hot chassis with a CV racing your power plant underneath the hood. As Steele had been driving Joe Mafu's K9 before Michael Robertson hopped into that car. And now Michael Robertson no longer finds himself a seat for the Mafu's Motorsports Racing K9 team. And Brandon Hightower, I believe, has made his way back into that seat. May not be the case. Having a scorer shake their head, no, that's not the case. So, not sure. Maybe K9 just doesn't have a permanent driver. I still scratch my head. I need to call Mafu's to figure out what happened to my good friend Unit. Michael Robertson, former USMTS winner. Surely missed seeing him out here in K9. He had won a couple of races there for Joe and crossed the checkers at the 3,001 Limited Modified Nationals. But that was in. This is now. Let's talk street stocks. This is one thing I don't get to see very often is street stock racing. We have it at Friday nights up at Timberline Speedway, Billy White Speed Plant in Corley, Texas. Track that I call home. But, well, we haven't raced much there this year, so not a whole lot of street stock action that I've seen with my own personal eyes this year. But way out front, setting a toward pace, the 37 of Mickey Steele from where? Pollock, Louisiana. It's a poke in a plum town. You poke your head through the window, you're plumb through it. The 37 of Mickey Steele, he's gone with the wind. Dirty dancing out front, folks. Oh, man, he set up a donut shop down there on the exit of turn number 2. He's open for business now. For Mickey Steele, the man who still takes the checkers from Larry Horn, your judge, jury, and executioner tonight. The former top 7 finisher under the TMS World Dirt Track Championship and 22 star from Oakdale. Brian Cook from Florine in 100 in the Viper chassis built by Ronnie Adams. Inside 2, the 5B of Billy Benjamin and A. Will Adam Willis, the X-File. People ask me why I call Adam Willis the X-File from 10 Mile. Don't know. It just sounds kind of funny and it sounds good to me because he's typically on another planet. The dude's an alien. The X-File from 10 Mile going to try to work his way up to the top spot off of 4. They're door-to-door for the race lead. Down the front boulevard, it's still Oakdale, Louisiana's Derek Perkins with the race lead. Derek Perkins went out and ran a full season with the Southern United Professional Racing Series. He bought some mini sprints for his son. He's done some limited modified racing. He's done some open wheel modified racing. And here tonight we find him in a what? A street stock. If it's got 4 wheels on it, he'll wheel it. And he's got a big run down the front straightaway to the outside of the 100 for the race lead. Into one, they're going to go 3 different lanes wide here for the top spot. Sabine Motor Speedway, racy as it is typically, and what you come to expect here in Manuel, Louisiana. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Cook going to look to throw the slight job through 3 and off of 4. Perkins going to try some real estate up top. He's found it. Hello, I'm here, Brian, and I'll see you later. Hands out the window. Bye-bye. Sit down and take a seat, will you? Brian Cook's not going to have any of it, though. He's going to knock on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth right now. And Derek Perkins says, get the hell off my back porch. And that's that. Perkins is done. It could be one simple mistake, though. He could hop that cushion and open the door right back up for the 100 to pounce and take advantage. As Brian Cook meticulously driving that 100 car, while Derek Perkins is all up on it, folks. He is on the wheel, sawing on it. The teeth are clenched. So down the back boulevard into turn number 3. This will be the final trip being displayed by Larry Horn, your judge, jury, and executioner. Shows him the white flag to the 22 star of Derek Perkins from Oakdale, Louisiana. Perkins riding that cushion, and he's making it look good, and he's making it look well. And Alpha 2 down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. It's going to be Perkins. D-Perk off of 4 and 22 star. He'll take all checkered flag in Street Stock Heat Race number 2. Presented by Shadow Trailers by BHR Racing. Perkins, your winner, over the 100 to Brian Cook from Florine. On the pole, it'll be the 13 of John Ricketts, who does not make it out for this one. It pushes up from inside of 2 to the front row of the 2 of Tommy Hall outside. It's going to be Blake Backus. Justin Fifield in 49, the 16. Backus is going to get the good run to the outside here for second as they go down the back straightaway. And this 8-lap affair for the Louisiana Outlaw Race Saver Sprints. Off of 4, down the front boulevard. Tommy Hall in the Hall's last number 2 with a race lead. No one, they're picking in sideways and digging here tonight. Off of 2, down the back chute. Approaching 3, it's still Hall with a race lead in 2. Hall looking to have one of the best runs he's had here at Sabine Motor Speedway in the Race Saver Sprint cars. He's 305 cubic inch power plants. Putting the power to for all these here this. Down the back chute. Down to the bottom left side of the racetrack. Fifield working his way up to the front. He's got the last. He's looking for just line momentum, is working to the advantage of each and every competitor sitting up front. Should be good now, though. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Off of 4, down the front boulevard. The 2 of Tommy Hall with the race lead. Being hunted hard here. Johnny Brown, MB51, has found something upstairs on that cushion, and I'll tell you what, if he doesn't hop the cushion like he did that time in 1 and 2, he is going to run down Johnny Brown is going to run down Tommy Hall and put him in his hip pocket quick, fast, and in a hurry if he can hit that cushion like he did the last few laps. As they are wheeling and dealing right now, clenching their teeth and smashing the loud pillar here at Sabine Motor Speedway with the white flag waving this time by. The center of the hourglass is ticked away as Tommy Hall has hit his mark every single lap since the start of this one. As we hit back into the 1 for the final time. Johnny Brown with his crosshairs down to the back. Tail tank of the 2 of Hall, but he can't get the job done in the 3 for the final time. Off the exit of corner number 4. Winner of Louisiana Outlaw Race Saver Sprint Car Heat Race number 1 goes to the 2H of Hall's glass entry of Tommy Hall. Second goes to Johnny Brown, MB51. Third, Blake Backus in 16. Sorry for the folks watching on Facebook Live on Steve Cape's deal. I'm about to woo the daisy. I got to go to church in the morning. Off of 4, nope. Green is out. Wild thing, Tommy Johnson. Got done to him when he does the others on the start of this one. Down the back chute for the first time as he'll throw the slight job in the 3 and 4 for the race lead. Off of 4, slides up to the cushion, smashes it. And off of 4, went to the infield. It's fun. The 8 all the way through the infield. That was fun. That's Alan Myers. the former Architects Wing Modified Champion. Addison of Louisiana to the 8-8, took a wild ride down to the infield on a wild stride. 22C's Chris Henson. Marcus Thomas, the 15T. Marcus Thomas is a many-time winner over at Leesville and many other racetracks in the great state of Texas and beyond. Marcus Thomas, undoubtedly one of the better 305 sprinters in the great state of Texas. Jacob Harrison, 26. Charles Sweetser, in SR4. As still with a race lead up front is Wild Thing, Tommy Johnson. So, that's not actually the Tommy Johnson, who has won here before. That's his son. That's Junior Tommy, Thomas Johnson, the second. Kind of like RG3, but he's not third generation yet. Woo! Anyway, into one. White flag coming out. Boy, these things are going around this speed plant right now as tacky fast it is, quick, fast, in a hurry. A nice cushion up there to bite on, but these guys rolling right to the center of the corners. Off of 4, your race, the winner of Louisiana Outlaw Race Saver Sprint Car Heat Race, number 2 of the night here in Manny, goes to Thomas Johnson in 15. Second, Jacob Harrison, 26, named the second. Into one for the first time. The 6X of Kyle plays on. They're going to go for the race lead. It's a throwback to 2010, 2008, whatever year you want to call it. The winningest driver on USMTS Tour in 2017. It's the thriller Kate Dillard with a race lead. In the one. Dillard with an ASI power plant underneath the hood of that Mars race car built by Jimmy and Chris Mars out of Menominee, Wisconsin, has the race lead. Kyle plays on also with a Mars race car built by Jimmy and Chris from Wisconsin. As this season, it's an all Kate Dillard on the USMTS Tour, the baddest modified drivers on the planet. And he takes a lot of pride in coming back home, the Rubberlane racer, and racing in front of his hometown fans. In 97, of course, his brother, the Rubberlane Rocket, Caleb Dillard's a many-time track champion and many-time race winner here as well. Dillard grew up cutting his teeth right here, watching his father, Greg Dillard, look on as Cade Dillard with 8 wins in USMTS action this season. He now has 18 career USMTS wins. And he is displaying right now his pure flawless driving ability here at his home racetrack, and he's got to be having a lot of fun regardless of the car count of having only 6 modifieds. He can be able to do a little bit of testing tonight, as next Friday night he will head to another quarter-mile tacky fast speed plant over in Corley, Texas, the Billy and Kim White Timberline Speedway in Corley for a 2,000 to win, 150 to start. 2,000 win modified main event, 30 laps, the Mod Freedom 30 over at Timberline. So Dillard going to be racing closer to home here for the next couple of weeks, as he has a torrid pace sitting out front with 2 to go from Larry Horn this time. Kyle plays on. He's got to win its Lone Star this season in the Specialty Contractors Hatfield Racing Engine powered Mars Race Car 6X. Plays on, and Dillard stay in touch throughout the racing season, and they are still very good friends. In third, the car that the Rubberlane Rocket Caleb Dillard owned prior to raffling that thing off on Facebook, and apparently that's against the law. Dillard was served a subpoena and papers for it. Shady Bear Shane Abear acquiring that car in a raffle. As checkers are out, the thriller Kate Dillard wins it over KP Kyle plays on. It's a throwback night. Shane Abear is third. Fourth of the line, Denny Gabar out of Frankston. And Randall Settle in 79. Neil Standifer going to be on the pole in this one, driving the IRP race car, TNT Welding 11S. That JRP Racing Products entry, going to smash the loud pedal from the pole position. Larry Horn with the green flag in his hands, going to wave it off of turn number 4. We're underway in limited model heat race number 1, presented by Henry's Auto Salvage. Down the front boulevard we go, into 1. Standifer going to lead. They're going to 1 by 2 by 2 by 1 all the way to the tail here. Here comes the X-File from 10 Mile. Adam Willis around the loose hub of the Speedway. Remember Willis last season down at Leesville, swept 3 of the 4 main events, and an outstanding special or a display of flawless driving ability by Willis at a 10 Mile. As right now, Elliott, it looked like the 22 mag of Spear made some contact, as Spear has fired some bullets all the way since the drop of this one. No blanks being fired by 22 mag right now. The Boot Hill Speedway limited modified point leader is rocking and rolling around one of his favorite racetracks right now, the place that he won his first ever race at in a factory stock 3 years ago. Off of 4, Dylan Spear working his way to the front from the tail. He's up to 3rd. Spear loves coming down to Manny. Talks about this place often. Sometimes we're at Boot Hill, and he talks about how, man, I sure would like to get to Manny sometimes, but when you hold the point lead at a racetrack and you take some pride in how hard you do be prepared to a command like that, I guess, in a point run, it's kind of the days of old where you hear guys talk about points chasing and such and what have you, but some folks still do take a lot of pride in it. I think there's something to still be said for guys that hold on to those types of positions and take pride in it. So anyway, Adam Willis still holding on to the bridesmaids in this one with Neil Standifer way out front, and we may get caution. Nope, we won't. 2 to go. 6 in, 2 laps to go in this 8-lap affair. It's all Neil Standifer hammering the throttle into 1 and 2, rolling the cushion, while Adam Willis is rolling the hub of the racetrack with a 22 mag in tow, rolling the bottom as well. Down the back straightaway into 3, off of 4 for the final time with the white flag in his face. Neil Standifer sitting a torrid pace. He is gone. Neil Standifer married himself into a racing family. You ever heard of Jeff Lewis? Well, if you haven't, you should. And if you know Sabine Motor Speedway Racing, you know Jeff Lewis. He's won many here over the years. Checkers are out. Neil Standifer, your winner, 11S in the IRP race car. The Express Chassis Illinois Quality Mexican Lingo 10M of Adam Willis, 2nd. And 3rd, it'll go to Dylan Spear out of Marshall. On the pole, this one will be Charlie Morrow, the Illinois Quality Express Chassis C3 outsides the 3 GT of the Bullet. Bob Kellogg from Natchitoches. Inside the 2, Denny Gabar, night number 2 winner of the Tony Stewart Invitational, the TMS Dirt Track. He also won the 2012 Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship. He pushed into 1 and 2. Nearly got into the Bullet. Bob Kellogg is there side by side for 3rd. Down the back straightaway. Here comes the Joker, Jason Tyner. The Tyler Texan, Jason Tyner, rolling like a big shot around the outside of Denny G. A pair of East Texans right now, 3rd and 4th respectively, with the Louisiana natives up front 1 and 2 right now. So it's the pair of Boot Racers 1 and 2, followed by the pair of Texans and the Louisiana driver rounding out the field, and Big Sexy Cortland Smith in the Henry's Auto Sports IRP Chassis 7S. As we dive back off into 1, it's the Bullet, Bob Kellogg, hugging the hub here in 3S. Bob Kellogg looking awfully sporty with an outside line. Still can't quite find enough underneath the hood or run down C3 of Charlie Morrow. Morrow, the former Fall Southern Showdown champion. As here comes the Joker, Jason Tyner. Tyner's got something working to the outside into turn number 3. Here comes Tyner using the outside of the Sabine Motor Speedway to his advantage off of turn number 4. He's got it by half of a cat's whisker at the flag stand. In a close race here at the line, off of 2. Headed down the back straightaway, Joker Jason Tyner has the 2nd spot in hand. Runner-ups in the hands of the Joker. Tyner, who won 3 consecutive limited modified main events at the Boot Hill Speedway in 2014, has sparingly raced since that time. But I tell you, something to be said for what Tyner had found in that particular season at the Boot Hill Speedway. And off of 4, it'll be 2 laps to go, this time by for Morrow. His teammate Adam Willis finished 2nd respectively in the first limited modified heat race presented by Henry's Auto Sports. And down the back straightaway into 3, Morrow with a sizable advantage, sitting a torrid pace out front, will receive the white flag, this time by from Larry Horn. Joker Jason Tyner still rides in the 2nd spot, doing a well of a job in this one. Bullet Bob Kellogg hooking the hub, still 3rd in 3 GT. Denny Gabar 4th, Smith 5th, off of 4. Your winner getting a face full of checkered flag. How about it? The Illinois Quality Construction C3 Express Chassis of Charlie Morrow from Pitkin, Louisiana. Tyler, Texas, the Joker, Jason Tyner in 1T will grab 2nd. Underway in your stock main event, Brian Little loose in 1 and 2. The Florine Racer in 100 of the Viper race car built by Ronnie Adams. Loose as a goose, don't get him started though. Off of 4, Mickey Steele is unbeaten here in 2017 at Sabine. Here You're on demand for RaceOnTexas.com for the first main event of the 2017 season here. For the first time that we visited here to this great racetrack here down at Sabine Parish. Located in Manny, Louisiana, just about 30 miles east of Leesville. As right now, Mickey's still looking at this season. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Derek Perkins going to try something up top. Thumbs up. All right. As everybody else, well, I would say everybody else, Derek Perkins, from the drop of the green flag in his heat race performance, has not budged off that top shelf, rolling the cushion. He is relentlessly riding the cushion. He's going to live or he's going to die by it tonight. Hopes he lives by it, riding all the way to the front. I believe right now Derek Perkins may actually have the best car on the racetrack, but the question is, can he keep the car straight? And Perkins trying to keep that car straight and honest through the turns, not let it get out from underneath him, as Steele is just able to meticulously drive his car around the hub of the racetrack and not get it upset. The car is digging as it needs to, off of 4. It's in the flipper. Steele has pulled that car over tooth and nail. Has not had to do much to that machine. As we are halfway and back into 1. Steele is hugging the hub as close as you can get to those Ute tires without actually Corey drifting them. He's not on the Wheelman World Tour right now. As off of 4, Steele still leads in 37. Living up to the moniker, of course, the man of steel. Lap traffic will become a reality for him here in just a few moments, though. The question will be, will lap traffic become a heavy reality and bottle him up? It doesn't appear so, as he's only got 1 up ahead. Should be getting down. I believe we're about 3 or 4 laps remaining here in your first A main of the night here at the Sabine Motor Speedway, the smoothest place to race. This time off of 4, judge, jury, and executioner Larry Horn shows him. My mistake. Saw Larry grab the 2. I thought he was getting ready to show him 2 to go this time. So when you thought Perkins from Oakdale might be mustering up some momentum on that outside line, still unable to do anything with him, as this time by it'll be 2 laps to go for Mickey Steele from Pollock, Louisiana. So this time, off of turn number 4, it's been all Mickey Steele show in this one. 37 takes the white flag, the final quarter-mile trip around the speed plant here in Manny, Louisiana tonight. For driver 37, living up to his moniker in a big way. Undefeated in 2017 here at the speed plant. Down the back straightaway for the final time in the turn number 3. He's won in factory stocks, street stocks, southern stocks, you name it, limited modifieds. He'll win again for the 7th time in 2017. Mickey Steele, your winner in 37 here at Sabine tonight. Second goes to Oakdale, Louisiana's Derek Perkins at 22 star. On the pole, your factory stock main event tonight on RaceOnTexas.com on demand here at the Sabine Motor Speedway, the smoothest place to race in the state of Louisiana. The lights are going to go out. Your pole sitter tonight in 71S. It'll be Walt Adams, who's had a great run so far this year. He sits 2nd in points. Outside, the 59 from Forest Hill, a main event winner at the Arcotech Speedway this season. It's Kerry Easton in 59. Inside of run number 2, Fear the Beard. It's Cody Robbins from Mansfield, Louisiana in 7. Josh Warren in 62X along the outside. Cowboy Blanchard, Travis Brown. This should be a good out. We're green and clean in the 1 and 2 for the first time in this 20 lap affair into 1. They're winning by 2, all the way to the tail, and around goes one of them in the middle of 1 and 2, and it stacks them up. Dosser and 12's involved. The rest texting, and it appears Alex Williams, the caution's going to wave early. 15 laps of distance, as a matter of fact. On the pole, it'll be the 71S of Walt Adams and that Martin race car chassis. Outside, the 59 for Forest Hill, that's Kerry Easton. It's an original restart. We go green here. From Sabine Motor Speedway, the smoothest place to race at factory stock main event action. Into one for the first time. Who's going to get the whole shot? It looks like it's going to be Adams. He's got it. The 3 wide for second off the exit of 2, headed down the back straightaway. Easton on the outside of that battle. In the middle of that, it's the 62X of Josh Warren. He'll step to the outside of the racetrack. Get a shot in the short from the 11 of Bowden. He'll cross all the way underneath to the bottom and go to second. What a move by Warren. Josh Warren feeling it tonight. And they'll go door to door for second here momentarily off the exit of 2. Josh Warren got the Green Acres Automotive Stonewall transmission digging tonight. Into turn number 3, it's going to be Walt Adams still in the command of the race lead. 71S looking good tonight in an MRC race car chassis off of 4. Walt Adams with that AMS power underneath the hood. Look out, Walt with a big push off the exit of corner number 2. Opens the door for the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Josh Warren looks to fire a trigger and a bullet into 62X. And Walt Adams got a little loose, but don't get him started. They're 3 wide momentarily for the race lead. Down the front boulevard we go back into turn number 1. It's a dandy here tonight at Manny for the race lead here in factory stock action. This is what you come to expect anywhere you check in the Mid-South when factory stocks are set to put on a show. This is what they do. Off of 4, inheriting the race lead. He's got it by half of the nose. The 62X, that car's for sale. If you like a Hennigan Motorsports chassis and a bad fast car, this car finished second in the 5,000 ring Cajun Classic with Jason Ingles behind the wheel last October in Vivian. As right now, Warren, who has won here this season, is being hunted hard by his good friend out of Mansfield, Cody Robbins. And on the outside, Walt Adams, who sits second in points here, who's kind of been a newcomer to this dirt track racing deal. And he found a place that he loves to race right here in Sabine Parish. Walt and I have become pretty good friends, and I haven't seen him race all year long, and I asked him not long ago where he's been, and he's talked about how much he's enjoyed racing down here this year, and we're happy that we were able to get up here and check out Walt and that 71S as the caution flag does wave, as Josh Warren's your leader when we go caution. So Walt Adams, who led the first several laps of this one, as Josh Warren took the race lead from him. They're in a green flag run, and we went caution. The one that went around in 3 or 4, we're back green here at the Sabine Motor Speedway here tonight. Into 1. Warren going to set the pace around the hub, and they're 3 wide for third off the exit of 2 down the back straightaway. Cowboy Blanchard's got the lasso out. He's roping the field to him. Here comes 45 in that bootlegger race car with the floor. He's power underneath the hood of that Blanchard Honda like a shadow rolling tire. Number 45. He's rolling off of 4. Blanchard, who had that outstanding performance at the Arclotech Speedway a few weeks ago, came from 6th to finish second in his heat. Cody Myers. Oh, and around goes the 7 of Cody Robbins, and he's looking to get T-Bone. Look out, Cody. Goodness gracious. The bad luck strikes. Ready to drop the hammer here as we're going green. Once again, RaceOnTexas.com on the man for the first time ever here at Sabine Motor Speedway is Josh Warren of the Green Acres Automotive Stonewall transmission. 62X Hennigan Motorsports chassis is on the loud pedal. We're back underway. As the fly in the ointment in this one, folks. Keep your eyes on 45. Cowboy Blanchard's going to march to the outside of the Sabine Motor Speedway, and they're going to go 3 different lanes wide there for second momentarily. And he's going to go to second in the turn number 3. 45 is on his way to the march to the front. Maybe a little bit of redemption for what happened at Vivian 2 Saturday nights ago when he had the race lead. He led 16 of the 20-lap main event. However, Cody Myers was a fly in the ointment that night and snatched the victory away from him in the final few circuits. As right now, Blanchard is rolling the outside of this racetrack, and he's doing it well. Off of 4, Blanchard marching the outside of Sabine Motor Speedway with his crosshairs dialed to the back deck lid of the 62X of Warren. Just like that street stock main event, it was all Derek Perkins from Oakdale right on the outside cushion, but could not find it and make it come to fruition. As a 3 wide for third down the back straightaway. Oh my, Dakota Wyatt. Wyatt following the tire tracks of the 45 of Cowboy Blanchard to the front. He's going to go to third. If Josh Warren stays complacent, well, I wouldn't call it complacent because his car's working well there. But I was getting it about that street stock race. Derek Perkins rolled the outside the entire race, and Mickey still showed that he won it on the bottom. Will it be a different game to be played here in your factory stock main event as Blanchard is rolling the outside, trying to pull the 62X to him closer and closer each and every circuit, but the center of the hourglass is ticking away. He's only got a set more amount of laps to get the job done, as right now it's 10 and 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go here at Sabine Motor Speedway tonight. In your factory stock main event, off of 4, Blanchard trying everything he can to reel in 62X. Remember 2 years ago, $10,000 hung into the balance at the Boot Hill Speedway for the King of the Hill inaugural event, and Full Throttle Marcus Cottle won the race. But it was Cowboy Richard Blanchard who drove his way from 22nd to 2nd that night and had a shot. That may have been the caution that he may have needed right there to settle down and think about what he may need to do here. So we're about to find out if Cowboy Richard Blanchard has got what it takes to muscle around. But I'm telling you, I called Cowboy the fly in the ointment a few moments ago, but now the 15X, who made a 3-wide pass around Adams and the 59 of Eason, he's right there in third, and he won here not long ago. The lights are out, we're backing away, and the green flag waves. Here we go, baby. Back down the front boulevard underway, and the 45 is going to go high side hustling. Lots to run. He's going to get off of 2 as they go 3 wide for third. Momentarily, there's 59 of Eason is going to go right back by the 15X for third. Into 3. Here comes Eason. He's rolling the hub well. 59 looking good. Forest Hill, Louisiana's Kerry Eason, who won at the Untitled Speedway in a thriller over Doug Vick Jr. Oh, and he crosses right up in front of the nose piece of the 15X. And the 1. Your top 3 cars are all dropped to the bottom and start to protect. So Cowboy Blanchard, if he's not able to get around the 60UX of Warren and get this victory tonight, he still has something to hang his cowboy hat on, as, he could go the car really deep into 3 and off before that time, and it lost him some real estate off exit. Getting down to it. Same of the hourglass is ticking away for any of these drivers in the top 4 to make a move. And Cowboy with a bobble that time is going to open the door for Eason to make a move to the inside. Nothing doing. Into turn number 3. It's heating up white flag's going to come out this time by for Josh Warren out of Shreveport. That car is for sale. If you're looking for a bad, fast factory stock, Chris Hennigan Motorsport Chassis. That car finished second in the 5,000 win Cajun Cruiser Classic in October of last year with Jason Ingalls behind the wheel, IRP man. Off of 4, a face full of checkered flag going to be displayed to your race winner. And the Greenacres Automotive 62X, Josh Warren, your winner at Manny tonight. By half of a nose, the 45 of Cowboy Richard Blanchard will get second here in Manny. And third goes to Forest Hills, Kerry Eason in 59. Race Saver Sprint Car main event on the racetrack and on the pole. Jacob Harrison, 26, going to set the pace. We are underway from Sabine. Harris going to hammer the cushion in the 1 and 2. Tommy Hall won his heat in the 2. He's going to go side by side down the back straightaway for second. Here comes Marcus Thomas with a slight job through 3 and 4. He'll clear him. And turning down underneath, not able to 2 up. Deep in the 1 and 2 and slide up the racetrack. He set up the racetrack there. Good. Sorry about that, race fans. So we may have a few sound technical difficulties, and if ever at any point of the night the sound is cut out, we have really busted tail to make sure we could provide some sound here, so bear with us. As right now, a great battle here for the 5th spot down the back straightaway in the turn number 3, as Harris, your race leader in 26. Jacob Harris, your race leader in 26, setting up blistering pace around the outside of the Sabine Motor Speedway, hammering the cushion. All these guys are going to live or die by tonight. If you want to win this race, you're going to have to live by that cushion. You're going to have to go home and go to bed on that cushion tonight if you want to win. And lay down with a trophy on the mantle. Down the back straightaway in the turn number 3, Jacob Harris still with the race lead in the center. Go through the center of the corner here at Manny. On before, smash the loud pedal with the race lead. 26, nice looking sprinter for him. Marcus Thomas, the man in pursuit. He is on the move and on his way to the front. I'm telling you right now, we just had a lapper. Nearly chop off the nose of 15T of Thomas as he made his way through. And right now, your 1 and 2 competitors separated themselves. Sitting a torrid pace out front here at the Sabine Motor Speedway, down the back chute in the turn number 3. Louisiana Outlaw Race Saver 305 cubic inch powered sprint cars here in Manny putting on a show. Jacob Harris still with the race lead of that orange number 26 with a white tail tank. He's about to be stopped by the 15. He has closed the gap closer and closer. And he's quicker and quicker every single turn. Harris, just like Josh Warren had just said in that previous Victory Lane interview, that you're a sitting duck when you're out front. You never know how far you are, and you never know how comfortable you can be, as Thomas has marched his way right there. Thomas is there. He's ready to pounce, and he's ready to make a move. You can expect to see a slide job coming soon when he pulls all the way to the tail tank. The question is, will he throw a slide job into 1, or will he throw it into turn number 3 in the caution waves? Caution will wave here at Manny in your sprint car main event. There will be a slide job thrown. I was expecting one to be thrown there very shortly, but you liking this one so far? I wanted that one to go green because I tell you what, we were reaching a little bit of lap traffic. That 15T of Marcus Thomas is going to find something. Will he throw the slide job into 3, or will he throw it into 1? That's going to be the question. He gets a good restart. And he'll throw the slide job into 1 and 2 for the race lead and clear, and then Jacob Harris pulls right back down underneath, but he can't clear him and get the job done. And Harris will go right back as they're side by side for the race lead here as we wind down the laps here at Sabine Motor Speedway. And throwing his hat into the ring. Hello, how you doing, Justin Fifield? Fifield up to second now. Jacob Harris just went to third, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And he may just go ahead and make a hard right turn to the Heartbreak Hotel. That caution killed his night. The chance of the victory. The caution comes out, though. Did we complete that lap? Going back green, the lights are out here at Sabine Motor Speedway in your Louisiana Outlaw Race Saver Sprint Car 305 cubic inch powered main event. As Marcus Thomas snookered Jacob Harris there on that restart. He faded back to the hill. You good, Austin? Okay, we are green off of 4. Checkers waving a wild restart for Marcus Thomas. Oh my, they went 3 wide on the start there as Justin Fifield has worked his way all the way up to the bridesmaids honors in this one at 49. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jacob Harris going to hammer the cushion, but he can't get the job done though. He's trying to relinquish or get back up to the top 2 now. Alan Myers is the man on a mission and on the move, and the 8A at a Sibley. But it appears Marcus Thomas is ready to put the keys on the counter and check out of the Holiday Inn now. He is gone. We'll see it, and we'll holla at you on another dirt track Saturday night. As Marcus Thomas doing what Marcus Thomas does, and that's lead and win races. But he's got to seal the deal. The deal has not yet been sealed, as Mickey Still and Josh Warren have already done previously tonight. Down the front boulevard we go, though. Fifield and a car right up in front. As the caution will have to wave. Going to hammer on it off of turn number 4. We are back underway for Manny. And Jacob Harris finally got himself a good restart. Here comes Fifield to the inside for the race lead. He'll come up a little bit short, though. Down the back straightaway, he loses some momentum as the 15T of Thomas just see you later once again. He's hammering it up all the way up top on the cushion. Something I plan on talking to Mickey Still about in a few moments is, you know, with all that bite and all that grip up top, he was able to get his stock car, street stock, to work just slow flawlessly around the hub of the track while Derek Perkins was beating and battering the cushion and just could not find a way to reel in 37. Maybe the reason why he lives by the moniker of the Man of Steel as well. 4. Ticking down and winding them down. Tick-tock goes the race clock here in Manny tonight. Back down the front boulevard into 1. Harris trying to stalk down the 49 of Fifield for the bridesmaids honors in this one. It'll be 2 laps to go the next time by for your race leader. A little bit of confusion there from my vantage point. I thought Flagman Larry Horn was showing on 5 to go, but anyhow, it is undoubtedly going to be 2 to go this time by the flag stand. 1.5 laps to go and he does meet the midpoint of the back straightaway from Marcus Thomas. MT off of 4 with a white flag in his face. Marcus Thomas won the Bash on the Bayou at Leesville 171 Speedway last season and closed out 2016 strong. At the midpoint of 2017, he'll win another one with the Louisiana Outlaw Race Saver Sprint Cars. Marcus Thomas, your winner tonight here at Sabine. Second goes to the 49 of Justin Fifield. Third goes to the 26 of Harris. On the loud pedal, Euro 4 modified main event is underway, and KP Kyle plays on. Going to get the whole shot from that outside line into 1, and he nearly lost the handle, but he'll grab the cushion. It'll send the 6X down the back straightaway with a Hatfield powered screaming underneath the hood. That ASI underneath the hood, digging for the 97 of that Mars race car for the thriller Cade Dillard. So the Hatfield Specialty Contractor 6X and KP Kyle play up front, leading the way here at Manny, Louisiana. Into turn number 1. The thriller Cade Dillard looking to hunt him down for the top spot. Good, Austin. You shake your head that you hear me. You hear me, right? Okay, what are you talking about? Off of 4 with a race lead up front. Kyle plays on the 6X. For the folks that listen to that, I just had a little bit of sound difficulties tonight, so appreciate your patience in advance. So right now it's going to be up to these 2 competitors who have cut their teeth at this racetrack. This is where they grew up racing each and every dirt track Friday or a Saturday night. You got the pair of MB Custom Chassis up front leading the way, built by Jimmy and Chris Mars from Menominee, Wisconsin. The The Hatfield number 6'6" of KP Kyle Plaisant. Looking to beat his real good friend Cade Dillard. I talked to KP down in the pits earlier. Didn't get an interview with him for Race on Texas. However, I talked to Cade both and Kyle. And Cade's marching in closer for the race lead. Here he comes. But Kyle said that, man, I just felt good to be in the same straightaway as Cade. And I said, Kyle, be real with yourself, man. You are very talented. Just because what Cade has accomplished this year doesn't make you any less of a great racer. But you can see what he's saying is here comes Dillard to the inside for the race lead. Dillard's going to try something under the inside. He'll drift up to the outside of the speed plant and smash the loud pedal off of 4. Down the front boulevard, back into 1. It's going to be between the 6X and 97 tonight to settle the score. I'll tell you, for many years, fans knew that when they came to this racetrack that it would be most likely one of these two putting on a show for the fans. When Cade was young and an upstart in this sport, and his brother Caleb, and here comes Dillard to the inside for the race lead. He'll go to the inside off of 4. Plaisant still holds strong and holds steady. Plaisant with the win at the Lone Star Speedway in Kilgore, Texas this season. He's been traveling all the way to Longview, Texas, each and every dirt track Saturday night. That's where he planned to be tonight. And then with all the rainouts, he was very excited, nonetheless, to come back and race here at home. And he feels the pressure, and he feels it hard now from Dillard. The Thriller all over. 6X for the race lead. Back into 1. Dillard trying to do everything he can, as both of these drivers, I do believe, are getting prepared to race next Friday night at Billy and Kim White's Timberline Speedway in Corley, Texas, as Justin Whitehead has taken over the reins as the promoter there in Corley. For the Mod Freedom 30, $2,000 to win, $150 to start. Oh, no entry fee. As we head back up into 1, Jesse Schwettman going to be the lap car that may become a major reality and become the fly in the ointment for Cade Dillard to make a pounce. And here he comes to the inside, and he'll throw the slide job in the 3 and 4 with lap traffic up ahead. Not quite the slide job, though. He just drove it really deep to the inside of him and Plaisant to clear him and still lead at the line. Plaisant and Dillard putting on a show like it's in 2007. And a slide job that time by Dillard. He'll clear him this time, but Plaisant going to check the throttle and drive right back underneath. Can't get the job done. He'll drive underneath for the race lead, but Dillard going to hold on to the top spot as we have 2 laps to go this time by at the flag stand. 97 with the race lead. The S&S Fishing and Rentals, Nickel Home Stores, Joel's Auto Sales, ASI Powered MB Custom, Turner Cutrite, Production Jars, number 97, 8-time USMTS winner this season. He won his first ever USMTS race back on November the 5th of 2014 at Arclatech Speedway in Vivian. Won his first one ever in his home state. His second ever USMTS win came over a year later up in Denison, Iowa. And now Dillard has 18 USMTS wins to his credit. And off of 4, he'll get another checkered flag here at his home track in front of the hometown crowd. The Thriller, Cade Dillard to victory lane here in Manny. Second will go to the 6X of Kyle Plaisant. Third goes to the 18 of Shane Hebert. We're ready to rock by Henry Motorsports. TNT Welding, DRP Products, IRP chassis number 11 of Neil Stanifer. We talked to him after his heat race performance, and as well as your outside pole, Charlie Moore was making his first start of 2017. He said he would like to have that outside on the start, and right now they're 2 by 2 by 2, all the way back to 6 as they're still door for the race lead into turn number 3. It's heating up here at Manny tonight. Off of 4, down the front boulevard with the race lead. Lap number 1 by half of a cat's whisker is going to go to the C3 of Charlie Morrow. And here comes his team as they go 3 wide for the race lead up the exit of 2, headed down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, Adam Willis all over the tilt tank of the 11 of Neil Stanifer, who's rolling the hub. And here comes the Joker, Jason Tyner. Tyner feeling it tonight. Wants to throw his hat into the rink and become a player as well. This racetrack right now, with the sprint cars getting out there and widening out that cushion, this place is racy all the way from the top to the bottom. You can't ask much more for what Mr. William Isgett and all the gang here at Sabine Motor Speedway. I'm so used to announcing so many different tracks' names, I almost stuttered. Said about 18 different tracks there. You can't say enough about what William and all the folks here that manicure and comb this place over week in and week out. This is truly a gym. And a lot of people, it's a hidden gym. It needs a little bit more exposure, and this proud to bring Race on Texas here tonight. Maybe put a few more eyes on it that have never seen this place, because it is very, very well deserving of as Adam Willis is making his first of 2017. We did talk to Charlie earlier, and he said he couldn't have felt any better for him. And I'll tell you what, Tyner to look to become the superhero and roll them in off of 4. Tyner going to take. Stanford's going to have to go up top, but he wants it around the bottom. There he goes. He goes up top for that. If he had not, then Adam Willis was going to go. The 10 Willis to get by, and he does step to the outside of the 11. Express and IRP chassis go door to door there. Morrow setting a blistering pace on the outside of the Sabine Motor Speedway this afternoon. Each and every race has been run up top except for Nicky still, of course, taking the victory on the bottom. And Josh will look very good. Because right now the best battle is for 3rd. Down the back straightaway for 3rd. The 10M of Adam Willis has been able to drive all the way to the inside of the quarter of the 11S of Dill Stanford for 3rd. But he's not able to muster up enough momentum to get by, and the caution will wave. Smashing the loud pedal, we're backing away. You want to announce the last few laps? All right. 3 wide for 2nd on the restart. Here comes the Joker, Jason Tyner to the outside of the 11S, as he had the bridesmaids there before we went caution. And here comes Spears. They're 3 wide back there with Bullet Bob Kellogg. This is fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Batman. Yeah, that's a shot at Denny Gabar, and may not be a. It's just a friendly rivalry that makes any sense there. 2nd, when you come around Race on Texas fans, as someone up here in the booth just asked me what we were talking about. Actually, the promoter's son was telling me about the nose for the driver in 2nd. It's got the Batman emblem with a cross through it. As those guys have raced a lot door to door over the years. More or less just something maybe to get in Denny's head. But let's be honest, Denny Gabar is a former TMS World Dirt Track champion, and he actually won at Texas Motor Speedway this year at Tony Stewart's Invitational. So, right now, down the back straightaway, 1.5 laps to go for C3 of Charlie Morrow, who's put an absolute butt-whooping on his competition tonight for the first start of his 2017 campaign. He's put the keys on the counter, and he is checked out. And Charlie's gone. He's all the way back to picking and about to get home and get in the bed. Down the back straightaway for the final time in the turn number 3. It's going to be a fine ride back to Picken, Louisiana tonight. Alpha 4, a face full of checkered flag for your limited modified main event winner here at Sabine goes to Charlie Morrow in C3. Joker Jason Tyner will grab 2nd. 3rd goes to the 10 of Adam Willis.